He'd been around fighters his whole life, the kind of men who bled for glory and disappeared before anyone remembered their names. He was a trainer, old school, tough, quiet. He didn't believe in luck, only work. He taught champions, watched them rise, watched them fall. And now he mostly kept to himself, training kids, counting the years, trying not to care too much. Then she walked in, skinny, determined, a waitress who smelled like sweat and hope. She wanted to box. He told her no. She was too old, too green, and, though he didn't say it, too much like the world he'd already given up on. But she kept coming, day after day, throwing punches long after everyone else had gone home. She couldn't afford gloves, so she used her will. And one night, he saw something in her. Not talent, but something rarer, a refusal to quit. He agreed to train her, reluctantly, quietly, and together they built something neither of them expected. He taught her to fight. She taught him to feel again. She learned fast, faster than anyone he'd ever seen. The gym started whispering her name. Fight after fight, she knocked them down, clean, ruthless, graceful. Every hit she landed was a sentence she'd been waiting her whole life to say, I belong here. For the first time in years, he had hope. For the first time ever, she had family. He protected her like a father, pushed her like a coach, believed in her like no one ever had. She fought her way to the top, from smoky bars to bright lights. And under those lights, she became unstoppable. Until the night everything changed. One fight, one moment, one dirty punch. She fell. And when she hit the mat, she didn't get up. The crowd roared, then went silent. She woke up in a hospital, unable to move. Her dreams shattered, her body broken. The fighter who once couldn't be stopped was now trapped in her own skin. He stayed by her side, every day, reading to her, talking to her, trying to believe there was still something to fight for, but she knew. She'd come from nothing, fought for everything, and she couldn't bear to live half a life. So one night she asked him for something he couldn't give: peace. He refused at first, told her she was a fighter, told her there was still hope. But she looked at him with the eyes of someone who had already gone 12 rounds with life itself and lost. And he realized something that broke him completely. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is let someone stop fighting. So he did. He walked into that room one last time, held her hand, told her the truth, that she was his pride, his miracle, the best thing he'd ever trained. And then he whispered in her ear, words no one else will ever know. And when he left, she was gone. He disappeared after that. No one saw him again. Some say he went back to the old gym. Others say he found peace somewhere the world couldn't reach him. But those who knew him, really knew him, say he left part of himself in that ring and the rest with her. Because their story wasn't about winning titles or earning money. It was about finding meaning. Two broken souls who gave each other what the world never could: belief. She wanted to fight. He wanted to feel. And in the end, they both got what they asked for, just not the way they expected. She taught him that greatness isn't about how hard you hit, but how deeply you love. And he taught her that even when the world knocks you down, some fights are worth taking, because they remind you what it means to be alive. Can you guess the movie?